And now, you're listening to the Mad Dad Podcast with your host, Gabe Gonzalez.
Hey everyone, today millions of Americans and people all over the world are waking up to the same nonsensical news and media that floods their social circles and media outlets every day. It's time to flip the script and embrace the truth, freedom, and faith-based value. That's what this podcast is all about. We're here to offer you truth and motivation. I'm your host, Gabe, and you're listening to the Mad Dad Podcast. Let's get mad. Let's get motivated. Hey everybody, this is Gabe, and today is Mad Dad Monday. Let's go. Hey everybody, happy Monday and welcome to the Mad Dad Podcast. I don't know about you, but I am ready for another great, exciting, and productive week. Wherever you're at right now, wherever you're watching, we want to thank you for tuning in to the Mad Dad Podcast. Do us a favor, if you haven't done so already, like, subscribe, and join the tribe. Hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, and follow us on Instagram, rumble.com, and YouTube. That would really mean a lot to us. And on the note of subscribing, I want to say thank you to all of our new subscribers. From last Monday to today, we gained more than 100 followers on Instagram. And that is thanks to all of you who are sharing our content and helping us promote the Mad Dad Podcast. So from all of us here at the Mad Dad team to you, thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following. And our goal is to reach 1,000 followers on Instagram. That is our next goal. So we're asking you, help us get another 100 followers this week. How do you do that? Simply by sharing this content with your friends, with your family, with people that you think would be interested in this type of content. So from all of us at the Mad Dad team, thank you so much for following. Thank you for being part of the show. And we have some exciting content lined up for you today. All right, guys, before we jump into our content today, I have an exciting announcement for everybody. You want to pay attention to this. We are launching the January Mad Dad Raffle. What is the Mad Dad Raffle? We are giving away a brand new pair of Apple AirPod Pros 2nd Gen. That's right, you heard it right. A brand new pair of Apple AirPod Pros 2nd Gen. You know, the kind that actually stay in your ears and don't fall out when you're exercising. Those ones. We're going to be raffling off these AirPods to one lucky winner, and we want you to enter to win. How can you win these brand new AirPods? It's real simple. Go to our website, maddadpodcast.com, or click the link in our bio and donate $10 to the Mad Dad Podcast. $10 will get you 5 entries for this awesome raffle for this giveaway. Every $10 that you give, your name goes in the pot 5 times. But guess what? That's not all. You can also enter into this raffle by buying some Mad Dad merch. You can see today I'm sporting my brand new Mad Dad hat. I'm also sporting a Mad Dad t-shirt. We have this shirt and other shirts on our website that you can buy right now. If you buy a Mad Dad t-shirt or a Mad Dad hat, that's automatically 30 entries for the raffle. If you buy one of our Mad Dad hoodies, that's 50 entries for this raffle. So the more merch that you buy or the more donations that you give, the more chances that you have to win a brand new pair of Apple AirPod Pros. Go to our website, maddadpodcast.com, or click the link in our bio and enter into this raffle today. We'll be announcing the winner for the AirPod Pros on Monday, February 5th. Get your chance to get a brand new pair of awesome AirPods. Let's go. All right, so in last week's episode, we dubbed the year 2024 as the year of transformation. That means that we are working towards becoming the best version of ourselves possible. I am on a personal journey to improve my overall health, my physical, my mental, my spiritual health. And I've been sharing that with you all on our Instagram and through the blog and even through our episodes. But I'm also challenging you to join and be part of this transformation because I am willing to bet that you have something you need to work on in your life. I'm willing to bet that there's something, whether it be physical, whether it be spiritual, whether it be emotional, whether it be with your mental health, there's any area of your life that you have just not been able to accomplish your goal. You haven't been able to achieve what you've always wanted to achieve. There's something to work on. There's something to improve. And so what's going to make this year, 2024, different from previous years? This is the year of transformation, and it all starts, we talked about this a little bit last week, right here between our two ears. It all starts in our mind, with our mindset. So this month, our episodes are going to be focused on motivating you, motivating me. These episodes are even motivating me, and I'm the one doing them. We're going to be offering you motivational content to finally step out and break out past all of the things that have been holding you back and become the person that you were purposed to be. Become the person that God has made you to become the best version of yourself. And so for the next few minutes, I want to talk about this, and I want to start by asking you a question. Are you mad enough yet? Are you tired of always being in the same place that you've always been? Are you tired of setting goals and not achieving them? Are you tired of not growing the way that you want to grow? Are you tired of waking up every day and looking at yourself in the mirror and seeing the same person? Are you tired of living a life that you know there's more for you to accomplish and more for you to achieve, but for whatever reason, there's things that have kept you in the same spot that you're at? Are you tired of the excuses that you make for yourself and the justifications as to why you haven't been able to accomplish your vision or your goals or your dreams? Are you tired of the people that are in your life that are not supporting you and not helping you, and the relationships that you've entertained and that you've built that have caused you to be limited in your growth? Are you tired of maybe not enough financial stability or having a consistent income or job or structuring your life to provide for your needs? You know what I'm talking about. You've always wanted to make more money, or you've always wanted to have that dream job, but there just seems to be things that constantly get in the way. Are you tired of maybe relational struggles, issues in your marriage, or issues with your children, or issues just with people in general around you? The point is, are you mad enough yet? Are you mad enough at the status quo? Are you mad enough at just being stuck where you're at? Are you mad enough at your circumstance to say, you know what? Now I'm going to do something about it. Now I'm going to make the change. Even the whole premise of this podcast, which we talked about last week, the reason why I'm doing this podcast is because I finally got mad enough at all of the nonsense, at all of the garbage, at all of the radical ideas that are floating around in this world and influencing my kids and your kids and the upcoming generations. I finally got mad enough. I said, I need to speak out. I need to say something. And so whether it's political, whether it's spiritual, whether it's personal, whether it's relational, whatever aspects of your life that you wake up in the morning and it's in the back of your mind somewhere and you're saying, man, I wish this was different. When you go throughout your day and and look, I'm not, a doomsday guy here saying that, every day we're just depressed and, oh my God, the world's falling apart and, what are we going to do? I'm not suggesting that, but you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about those goals that are in the back of your mind, the things that keep you from getting a good night's sleep because you know that things need to change. When is enough going to be enough? When are you going to be mad enough to make the change that you need to make? I was talking to one of my friends yesterday about my fitness journey and my personal growth journey. And I was telling him, yeah, man, I've been going to the gym and I've been, getting up super early. I changed my morning routine. I changed my bedtime routine. I'm turning off the TV and I'm reading more. I'm trying to be more focused. And I was just sharing with him, my process of transformation. And I told him, I said, hopefully this is the year. And he stopped me. He goes, no, this is the year. And I said, well, yeah, that's what I meant. He's like, no, Gabe, you have to say it. You have to verbalize that. You have to speak life into that. And remember, everything we talk about from the Mad Dad podcast, we incorporate the biblical perspective. What does the Bible teach us about the words that we say? The Bible says that there is the power of life and the power of death in the tongue. That what we say has the ability to give life or also has the ability to kill and to destroy. And so I know when we think of life, we think of positivity, we think of death, we think of something negative, but you can actually use both of those to your advantage. What do I mean? Speak death, speak destruction to the bad habits that you have, to the things that are holding you back. Say, you know what? I'm no longer going to allow my thought process to be this way. I'm no longer going to become so quickly angered and triggered by every little thing that someone says to me. Speak death to your bad habits. Speak the end of things that are holding you back. This is the year that I stop spending 7.5 hours a day on Instagram. Hello. Unless you're watching Mad Dad, then you can do that. I'm just kidding. This is the year where you speak death to that, but then you turn around and you speak life. You say, this is the year of transformation. This is the year where the Gabe that has always been for the last 10 years struggling with his health and his weight, this is the year where he dies and where the new Gabe is born, where there's a rebirth, where there's a transformation, where the new Gabe emerges. And this is the year. And then you have to get angry enough, you have to get mad enough to do whatever it takes. To do whatever it takes to become that person. To grow, to accomplish your goals, to overcome your obstacles, to overcome every barrier that is in front of you. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Nothing of value, nothing worth anything ever comes easily or gets handed to us on a silver platter. If you're going to earn anything of value, if you're going to make real life meaningful changes, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost me. We're going to have to get outside of our comfort zone, get outside of our routine. We're going to have to break our mindset that has been in our life and has kept us from accomplishing the goals and the desires that we have had to really be the best version of ourselves. Think about this. Humanity is created in such a way that the natural path for humanity to accomplish anything is to always choose the easiest road, the path of least resistance. That's the way we're wired. Because who wants suffering? Who wants pain? Who wants to have to go through radical change? Most people don't even like change, period. As a matter of fact, the reason why some of us have not grown in the last 5 years or changed our habits or become better is because we just really don't want to go through the process of change. We like the idea of change. We like the idea of becoming better. We like the idea of being the best version of ourselves, but we don't want to go through the process of change. I talk about this sometimes in our church with our young people, the microwave society that we live in, right? The fast food society. We're so used to everything just being like that. At the click of a button, at the snap of a finger, everything is just microwave, right? Back in the day, people wanted food. They had to go hunt. They had it for multiple days. They had to kill their food. They had to skin their food or pull it from the ground. They had to plant seeds and grow vegetation and fruits and vegetables. They had to actually put work in to eat. And then after they did all that, they'd have to feed their whole tribe or their whole family and portion their food so they could survive until the next hunt. Now, you just get in your car, drive 3 minutes, go through a drive-through, and you have instant made food right there at your disposal. That's the fast food, the fast lane society, the microwave society. You don't need to cook over a fire anymore. You just throw it in the microwave. Right? And with the advent of internet and everything, that we have at our disposal, at our fingertips, here's the crazy part. There's never been a greater time in the world to become more educated, to become more advanced, to have more knowledge, to personally grow. Literally, everything that you need to become the person you need to be is at the disposal of your fingertips. Like there's never been a time. Imagine if the people in the early 1900s had the internet that we have today. It'd be a whole different world that we're living in. So there's never been a more opportune time to actually get the resources and the tools that you need to grow. Yet we in our society, we're so used to and we're so comfortable with being spoon-fed everything and being, just click this button and instantly get this and instant gratification, instant satisfaction, that the idea of a challenge or the idea of hardship or the idea of breaking our habits and our cycles to become what we actually need to be, that idea is unappealing. It's a path of resistance. So what do? We choose the path of least resistance. So, well, I can't really change. I can't really become who I want to be. And look, I'm not talking to you from an ivory tower. I'm not looking down on you saying, you guys, blah, blah, blah. No, I'm speaking from a place of personal experience. I'm speaking as I'm going through the journey right now. And so here's my question. At what point are you going to get mad enough? At what point are you going to say, I will change, I will improve, I will grow, I will no longer allow these things to hold me back? And that is what this podcast is really trying to help you with. You've got to get mad. You've got to get angry. You can use your anger and your frustration for good. You got to get mad at your situation, at your circumstance, at yourself, at the excuses. You have to get mad, and then you have to get motivated. You've got to get motivated. You've got to get inspired. You've got to say, hey, I am going to do whatever it takes to transform, to become the best version of myself. And here's the most important part. When you start this journey, you have to really have a strong why. Why are you doing this? Why are you trying to change? Why are you trying to improve your health? Why are you trying to improve your finances? Why are you improving yourself? The why, if you haven't answered that question, then you're never going to get mad enough to change. Let me just share a little bit of my transformation journey with you so far. Since I decided to make this change, and I'm working on my health specifically and my mental state of being, I decided I had to change my morning routine, I had to change my bedtime routine, and I had to start getting serious about getting healthy. And so I've cut back on carbs, I've cut back on sugar, I've been going to the gym 4 days a week. But you know what time I'm now getting up out of bed? 4 a.m. I joined the 4 a.m. club, and it's a high price to pay. 4 o'clock in the morning, that's when I get up. And lately I've been going to bed at the latest by 9:30. 10 o'clock is really pushing it because I need my sleep. But I'm going to tell you something. When my alarm goes off at 4 o'clock in the morning, and that means it's time for me to get up, get on my gym clothes, and go to the gym before my day starts, I'm going to tell you something. I do not want to get out of bed. Every fiber of my being, everything inside of me, my body and my brain is screaming, Gabe, go back to sleep. Turn off the alarm and go back to sleep. Sleep for another 2.5 hours and then get up and go to work. That is the battle every single day for the last 2.5 weeks that I've been going through. But do you know what makes me get up? Do you know why I have been able to overcome that battle and why I've been able to win and actually get out of bed and do it? Because my why. Why am I going to the gym? Why am I waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning? Why? Well, number one, because I want to finally become the person that I know that I've been called to be. Number two, because I want to live a long, healthy life and spend that time with my wife and my children as long as God will give me. And so that's important to me. I want to be healthy for my family. I want to be strong for my children. I want to be strong for my wife. I want to be able to be everything that a father should be. Present, strong, wise, a man that is able to help physically, spiritually, emotionally, a provider. And so I'm working on that. I'm working on me. And so that's my why. That's why I get up. And the last part of my why is because I know that if I do this consistently, consistent, small actions over time equals big changes. And so that's what my focus is. That's my why. And so, look, I'm not going to sit here and pretend that every single day, that right as soon as the alarm goes off, I jump up and I'm like, oh, let's go. No. There has been a couple of days where it takes me a good 7 to 8 minutes to finally get up and, okay, go like this to my eyes, right? Wake up and get going. Trust me, I'm not saying it's easy, but you got to answer the why. You have to get mad enough. You have to get mad enough to say, it's time for change. It's time to become what I've been called to be. And so this is what I want to share with you today. Are you mad enough yet? Are you tired of being sick and tired? Are you tired of being in the same place? Are you tired of the same relational issues? Are you tired of the same mental state of being? What are you going to do about it? You got to get mad. You got to get angry. You got to say, this is the year of transformation. All right, so before we leave today, I want to share something with you that I think is going to help you on your journey of transformation. And when you're in this battle zone, to finally get mad enough and make the changes that you need to make. Because let's be honest, it's not easy. I wrote about this past week in our blog, In the Zone. It's on our website. You can check it out there. And if you subscribe to our mailing list, you would have also received this blog in your email. But I want to share something with you that really has begun to help me in this journey. And it's called the 40% rule. The 40% rule is a concept that was created by a former Navy SEAL named David Goggins. Many of you have probably heard of David Goggins. He is really an inspirational, motivational speaker. He has a really amazing backstory and back life about how he grew up a lazy kid and just kind of, came from nothing and had no purpose, no drive, no motivation. And he shares his journey of transformation and how he became who he is today. And I believe that he's been recognized as one of the strongest men in the world. And first of all, I want to say to anyone who has what it takes to become a United States Navy SEAL, you just know that that's a bad dude, man. You just know that those guys, their mental fortitude, their physical strength, I mean, these guys are just brutes. And we really respect and give a lot of honor to all the men and women of our armed services, of our military, but especially Navy SEALs. Those are the elite of the elite in the United States military. So David Goggins, he's a former Navy SEAL, but he talks about the 40% principle. The 40% principle is a concept that says this: when your mind starts telling your body that it is done performing, you are actually only at 40% of your body's physical capacity to produce power and strength. That means that you still have a reserve of 60% to be able to output. So this applies in any context. When I go to the gym in the mornings, and I'll be honest with you, I get there, 4:30. My first 10 minutes of my workout are just brutal, because my body is still like, nope, don't want to do this, don't want to be here, it's early. There's this little voice in my mind that's like, nope, you're tired, your muscles don't want to do this, they're sore from yesterday. The 40% rule says the moment that your body starts to tell you that, okay, we've put out everything we can, is actually you're only at 40% capacity of what you're capable of. That means you still have a reserve tank of 60% to keep going, to keep fighting, to keep willing to move forward. Here's the amazing part behind this. There's actually science involved here. The brain, okay, our physical brain, it was designed and it was created to protect your body. It's the regulator. It's the thing that says, okay, here's enough. You've output enough energy. It is the one component of your body that gives the rest of your body its ability to function. That's why if someone becomes brain dead, they're essentially dead. That's what your brain is designed to do. It's actually designed to protect your body. So when you start to undergo stress, when you start to undergo pressure, when your body begins to react to difficult situations, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, but your body starts to have a reaction. Your brain has this little regulator that kicks in and says, okay, this is enough. This is all we can handle. This is all we're going to do. Stop here. Don't push harder. And here's what it is this is what we call hitting the wall. When you're exercising, right? Or people who are running, right? They're in a marathon. You talk about this, hitting that wall. Getting to the point where you're gassed, you're out. You feel like you can't move anymore. You feel like you can't go anymore. You feel like you're just making no more progress. When you've got to that point, when you've hit the wall, guess what? You're actually only at 40% of what your body is capable of. But your brain is telling your body, stop. Your brain is trying to shut down the power and the emittance of energy that's coming from you. And why is this important? Because in your journey of transformation, in my journey of transformation, guess what? We hit the wall pretty quickly, especially if you have been in a place where you haven't been very disciplined or you haven't really accomplished your goals. You know, if you haven't gone to the gym in 2 years and you start going back, guess what? You're going to start hitting the wall really fast. Your wall is like right in front of you. You know what I mean? You're going to start to feel it. Or if you're addicted to your phone and you're on your screen, you know, for 8, 9, 10 hours a day, you know, throughout the day, and you're constantly scrolling, and then you say, all right, I'm going to go and I'm going to reduce that down to a maximum of 4 hours a day. Guess what? You're going to hit the wall really fast. And this is what happens to us a lot of times is we set a goal. We set in our mind, okay, this is what we're going to do. And then boom, we hit the wall. We hit resistance. Our brain starts to say, wait a minute. This is not comfortable. This is not what we want to do. This is not what you should be doing. And so this is where people fall off. This is why we fail at becoming what we want to become and accomplishing what we wish to accomplish. This is why we fail, because as soon as we hit that resistance, we say, okay, you know what? This is too hard. I don't want to do this anymore. Oh man, I'm tired. I can't. That's why, like, if you've ever worked out with anybody that's been going to the gym for a while and they're helping you out, right? I've had people before, you know, I go to the gym, they're bigger, stronger, buffer, they're healthy. And what do, right? You're doing your reps, you know, you're curling, and they say, give me 8 reps. And you're like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And by 8, you're like, 8. And they're like, give me 2 more. And you're like, I can't. Give me 2 more. And you're like, 9, right? Give me 1 more. 10. And you're like, you feel like, oh my gosh, what just happened? You know what they're doing? They're teaching you to break past the wall. They're teaching you to tell your mind, I actually have more power inside of me. And you're breaking through the wall. And here's the amazing part, the more you do it, like if you're working out, right? I'm at the gym and I hit that point where my brain is like, all right, stop doing reps. And then you get those extra 2 reps in. Man, when you put down those weights, you just feel like Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? You just feel like a beast. Why? Because you broke past the wall. You pushed past the resistance. You were able to go the extra mile. And so this is a lot of times what happens in our life. And this is what I want to challenge you. You need to start applying the 40% rule to every aspect of your life. I'm not just talking about losing weight. I'm not just talking about working out. I'm saying every aspect of your life. The moment that you encounter resistance, you need to realize, hey, I'm only at 40% of what I'm actually capable of doing. There's more inside of you. There's more for you to give. So implement the 40% rule in every aspect of your life. And it starts with a mindset reset. It starts with you realizing this. Hey, wait a minute. I know I'm tired. I know I feel like I can't do it anymore. I know my body is even reacting and saying, hey, this is too much. But the reality is there's more inside of me. And that's where you have to dig deep. That's where the getting mad part comes in, and getting motivated and saying, I will do whatever it takes. I will do whatever it takes to become what I need to become. I will overcome this obstacle because I know that my actual capability is more than what my body and my mind wants to allow me to believe. I know that I can break through the wall. So the 40% rule, it'll change your life. It'll change everything. It'll change your mindset about everything. You have what it takes. You have what it takes to break your addiction. You do. You may not feel like it right now, and you may need help, but you have what it takes. You have what it takes to improve your marriage. You really do. May not feel like it, may not seem like it, but you have what it takes. You have what it takes to become the disciplined person that you've always wanted to be. You really do. You're going to have to make some changes. You're going to have to make some sacrifices, but you have what it takes. You have what it takes to break past the opposition, to break past the excuses, to break past the things that have been holding you back. You have what it takes. You're only at 40% of your capacity. You're only at 40% of what you're actually capable of. And so you've got to get mad enough. You've got to dig deep enough. You have what it takes, my friends. You have what it takes. Just got to get mad enough. Got to get tired enough of the same old. And you have to get motivated to make the difference. Remember, the 40% rule says when your brain starts telling you, hey, we're at capacity, you're actually only at 40%. You still have 60% in your reserve tank. So get out there and get it. All right, guys, this is all that we have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this content. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave us a comment. We want to hear your feedback on our episode. Also, don't forget, make sure you sign up for the Mad Dad raffle. Enter today to win a brand new pair of AirPod Pros. You're going to want to be part of this raffle. Go to our website, maddadpodcast.com. Wherever you're at, stay blessed and stay mad, stay motivated. Have a great week.